Manager! Do you really have the old movie I've been looking for?
I do. It took me forever to track down, but I found it eventually.
Yay! Thanks, Manager! I honestly thought I'd never get to see this movie again. If you're free right now, would you like to watch it with me? I don't remember a whole lot. Most of the details are kind of fuzzy now, but I promise the soundtrack is fantastic!
A movie that stuck with you like that must be really good. Let's watch it together then.
This movie is actually pretty hard to understand. When I watched it as a kid, I think I only paid attention to the main characters singing. But watching it again now, it feels different, in a special way. Manager, what do you think?
Maybe it's a suspense movie? Where the pianist went, why the fog lifted, why everyone starts doubting she ever existed? Maybe all these unanswered questions are left behind intentionally for the audience.
That's a totally valid interpretation. But personally, I feel like the message the movie's trying to send is actually a lot simpler. Manager, can I tell you what I think? I feel like the pianist is really just the townsfolk's own yearning for music. Maybe music doesn't quite cover it. It's more like they're longing for a better life. This town has lived through a disaster, and the shadow it left behind is like the thick fog that refuses to lift. And to live normally again, they have to overcome that shadow. The pianist symbolizes that longing, something buried in people's hearts. She's not a real person, but she still guides them and eventually clears the fog.
Wow. Suna, that actually makes a lot of sense. You might have the makings of a film critic.
I honestly can't tell if you're actually complimenting me or just teasing me. The reason I think that way is because I've had an experience similar to the townsfolk in the movie. When the old capital fell, my family was lucky. We managed to evacuate to a safe zone before the disaster reached us. I was just a kid, so I didn't understand what any of it meant or why we had to leave the home I knew so well. But I could see the looks on the adults' faces. They looked scared.
The fall of the old capital happened so suddenly. Everyone was probably terrified of what might happen next. And since you were just a child back then, you must have picked up on those emotions too.
Yeah. It wasn't until much later that I understood what everyone had been so worried about. What if the hollow suddenly expanded and swallowed the new shelter we'd built? What if our bodies had already been subtly affected by it without us noticing? What if? Oh, those countless what-ifs piled up into fear, weighing heavily on everyone's hearts. People living in our area always had a gloomy look on their faces. But then, one day, something changed. No one knew who did it, but a piano appeared in the center of the square. And from that day on, the sound of a piano began to fill the town. Clumsy kids, people who knew just a little about music, teachers who played well, everyone took turns at the piano. The notes they played were something pretty, sometimes messy, and before long, it became something everyone joined in on. Music took the place of words, connecting all of us who had been brought together by fear in a completely different way. It was like tiny gems scattered through our lives, little sparks of light that helped clear the fog in everyone's hearts.
So you starting to write songs and choosing a path in music is tied to that experience, right?
Yes! It's just like in the movie. Music can awaken the strength that lies dormant in our hearts. Or rather, it's one of the ways that strength takes form. In the days filled with disaster, and in the days of peace and joy, that strength has always been there, supporting us as we move forward. My dream is to create a lot of music that gives people strength, so they can hum along and breeze through the little challenges in life. I think instead of living in fear, pain, and sorrow, I'd much rather live in a world filled with music. Wait! Let me grab my field mic before we bounce! Try my massage? More bad guys! Fury! Don't worry, it's gonna hurt a lot. Try my massage?